if I do create base class object, definitely object class, all instance methods will be associating or not with this object. Observe here, does wait method is instance method? Yes. Does notify method is instance method? Yes. Does notify all? Yes, instance method. Those methods also will get associate with this object, because this class, that is base, is the child for object class. All instance methods will be available to base class, will be available to base class. Whatever parent is having by default available to child is what our object oriented inheritance feature. Feature. Now hash code, wait long milliseconds, long milliseconds in nanoseconds, notify all methods. All methods are available. Let it be the reference as what? Base b equals to. Now let me know one thing. Here you are calling a dot hash code method implementation is available with this object, and toString method implementation, all methods, a dot hash code. Now can I call b dot wait method? Yes, you can call b dot is there, dot here, a dot I, a dot I, like that, b dot wait, you can call. These methods will be associated with this object, with this object. Observe here, just for your understanding purpose, I will do one small thing. I will create base class and a class also. Observe here, let me take it out. Observe these things, guys. Now create a base class object. Base b equals to new base object. Because of this one, what happens at memory? Base class object will be there, along with it wait method will be there, wait method with long milliseconds, int nanoseconds, notify method, notify all method, hash code method, toString method, all will be available. Observe here, b is there. Now can I call b dot wait method? Yes, it is strictly a valid thing. It throws some checked exception, so put throws interrupted exception, that's it, and put one synchronized block, no issues, synchronized of b, now observe here, this will get execute now, guys, without no compile time error and no runtime exceptions. Just a minute, just for your confidence, without this object reference you cannot call. Definitely those methods are associated with this object, and if you are having any int I equals to 999 here, that will be the part of what? This base object. I equals to 999, it is what? Base object. How to access I variable value? SOP of b dot I. Here you will get 99, b dot I, so that you are calling b dot wait also. If this wait method, long milliseconds, in nanoseconds method is not part of object, can you call that one b dot wait? You cannot call. Observe here, let me run this one. Here it will be with what is that? Deadlock situation. It will not terminate. Answer will be as what? line deadlock. That's it. It will wait for ever. Observe just this piece of code, this class base with I equals to line and this one. Just observe, just a minute. Just a minute. What is that? Class base. Another one is what? Class a. Now take public static void main, a string args. Now create a base class object. Now observe here, take one int I equals to 999. Now how to access I variable of base class? Observe here. Now observe this part here. Because of this statement, what happens at memory? Base class object has been created with data as what? 999, and also all the instance methods from object class will be inherited, and they will be available as part of object. That's why b dot wait, b dot notify all, b dot notify method you are able to call. Okay, now one restriction we are having as part of wait method. What is that? It must and should be used within the synchronized area, otherwise there will be runtime exception to us. Okay, observe here. Okay, now let me first access the data b dot I. You will get the answer as what? Let me put this one, let me compile this one. Okay, compile. Source code is what? Test. Now what is this one? Run it. Okay, double line. If you want any modifications, let me put 5 nines. Observe here. Okay, observe here. Okay, 5 nines. Okay, now go for accessing, what is that? Go for accessing what, guys? Wait method. What is that? B dot wait. It throws checked exception, so put throws interrupted exception. Okay, observe here. It will compile successfully and it will give 5 nines with deadlock situation, no termination to our code. Observe here, you didn't get C class files of Java as that of like earlier code. It is waiting, so it is what, guys? It is a valid call here. Getting b dot wait is what? Valid call. If you want, I can call, what is that? System dot out dot println of what? B dot hash code. I can call what? B dot hash code here. Okay, now it will give one hash code and also it will be in it will give finance hash code followed by deadlock. Observe here. Okay, 999 hash code followed by deadlock. It's not getting terminate, successfully. It is not at all getting terminate, still it is waiting. Okay, so because of this object creation, even parent class instance members also will associate with the object. That's why you are calling b dot wait. Can I call directly wait here? If I call here directly without b dot wait, is that a valid? No. Observe here, you will get compile time error. Observe here, can I call here b dot wait? No. Can I call here b dot hash code? No. It will give compile time error. Observe, static methods, that is non-static, cannot be accessed from static context. You cannot access non-static methods within the static context. Okay, that is the meaning of that one. Okay, now so this is the meaning of a particular object creation. Okay, observe, you are having strong basic knowledge to understand this example. Okay, I am sure that you can understand this example perfectly, and also most of the Java unknown things we have learnt here. Okay, now let's go for directly even these things will not be visible to us at the time of writing code. Observe here how we are going to develop the code. Okay, now observe this part. Okay, observe this part. So now the control should go back to whom? To this thread 0 from this part, right? From this part. Observe here, I am going to create this class object, base class object. Okay, base class object. What is that? Static base b equals to new base. Why static, mister? I want to access this b inside static void main method. Okay, now observe here, let me put here b. Yes, I can use what the syntax? Synchronized block argument should have object reference. So meaning is what? A thread which executes this block should acquire lock of this object. Now base class object has been created, associating with a wait method with long milliseconds, wait method with long milliseconds in nanoseconds, notify method, notify all method, and it's having the reference as what? B, which is a static, so I can access that one within the static area, that is B. Now observe here, now let me put this one as what? Here b dot wait. What's the meaning of wait method? Simple. wait method will release the lock immediately. Observe here, it will release the lock immediately. Getting? Immediately. Now the thread which is waiting here, the thread which is waiting here to acquire the lock of class, base, will acquire that lock and it will execute its task. Observe here how it is going to execute. Okay, now use once again here one more synchronized block with B. Can I access this B inside instance area called run method? Yes, we can access. Now observe here. Okay, now take a for loop. Take a char C equals to, what is that, 65. Now observe here, after printing this one, the code will come here. What it is doing, it releases the lock immediately and enters into waiting state. Okay, enters into waiting state for notification in the sense for updation or for intimation. Getting? Even you can call this one as intimation. Okay, intimation. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now this thread which is here getting synchronized block, it also should acquire the lock. Now lock has been released. This one will be having only one lock. Earlier it is with the main thread. Now it has released that lock. Now that lock will be acquired by whom? Thread 0. Getting? Thread 0. Now it will start execution here. Now for this is initialization optional. Okay, now ch is less than equals to 90. ch plus. Okay, now print, what is that? Print SOP, that system.out.print. Directly what you have to print here? Char, I'm sorry guys, I did big mistake here. Okay, directly you have to print what? Ch here. Okay, you have to print here ch, not int. Okay, you should not perform any typecasting here. Okay, you have to print what? Character only, right? Main thread should print char only, so use directly here ch. It will print char, capital A. Okay, now it has to print 65. Here you have to do typecasting to int. Okay, small to upper. Okay, now observe. So now here perform typecasting to H. Okay, now observe. Okay, so observe here, it's my mistake here I have done irrelevant, meaningless typecasting all of these things. Okay, now it is what? ch. Here it is what? Int. I have performing typecasting. Okay, converting what is that? Lower value to higher data type. What is that? Int. So here what it will be giving? This 65 character is there, right? Or else if you are getting confused, take this one as a literal. Getting? A literal. Here you take this one also as what? Ez. Okay, why I have taken 65 or 90 means indirectly it will consider these values only. If you get confused, no need to go for this one. Take what? Capital A. Here also take what? Capital Ez. Okay, capital Ez. Okay, now observe here, this char I converted to int. Okay, so you will get what? 65. Okay, now observe here, this should not get end here for loop. Okay, now observe here. Okay, it has printed this one. Now this thread, main thread, release the lock, immediately enters into waiting state for intimation. Now observe here, the thread which acquired the lock, now who acquired the lock? Thread 0. It has to give some intimation because it is waiting. You have to update the object. Which object you have to update? Base object only you are taking as what? Our weapon here, and you are doing this inter-thread communication. So now what you have to do? You have to put b dot, I can access b right here, b dot notify method. Okay, and what you have to do now, this notify method will release the lock. Okay, release the lock, and wait for, okay, wait for notification, wait for notification or intimation, intimation, where the control has come from this main method, from this line. Okay, now do we have any exception here? No exception. Now it will come to this statement to execute. Now what you have to do? It will release the lock and it is waiting for intimation. Simply what you have to do? You do what is that? Notification, that is perform some message or updation to this object. Let it be b dot notify, notify. Okay, now close this for loop and close the synchronized block, and close the synchronized block. Getting, friends? Close the synchronized block. This is what our for loop. This is what our for loop. Okay, observe. Okay, and let it be. Now what you are doing? Now what it will do? It will release the lock and it will wait for updation. Observe here. Now what happens here? Release the lock and enters into waiting state. Okay, enters into waiting state for intimation. For intimation. Now from here only the control came back to this point, right? To this point, right? Yes. Okay, and after that point the control has been given back once again to this statement. Now here what it is going to do means it will wait for updation. It will release once again the lock here. It will release the lock by which method? B dot wait method. Wait method throws checked exception. It throws what? Checked exception. So put that one within the try and catch block. Okay, put that one within the try and catch block. Okay, try and catch block. Okay, let it be here. Okay, let it be b dot wait method. Let it be interrupted exception. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now close this block called for loop block and close the synchronized block also. This is what? For loop. Okay, and close the run method here. Okay, now observe, that's it, our application has been prepared. Okay, now close the main method. Okay, and close the class called a. Done. That's it. We have done with this application. Observe here what we have done here. We have taken one character a, and this synchronized block is must. Why? To write or use wait method and notify all methods, they must be called within the synchronized area. Observe here. They must be accessed at calling only within the synchronized area, otherwise illegal monitor state exception will be there. Now so I have taken a synchronized block which is having argument as what? Object reference. What? As an object reference. Now here what I have done here, so I have to create one object, and that object reference only here I have to pass. So I have created one class object called base. I have taken the class base. If I do create a literal for base, that is object for base class, definitely there will be all instance methods of our object class. I have given the proof for this one. Please try to observe that one. Okay, without that knowledge you cannot understand this one. Even if I explain, that will be something unknown to you. I will be talking something. Please observe that one. Okay, now I have created an object. So to start a thread, first you have to what you have to do? First you have to create the thread, getting, and you have to start that thread. How to create and start a thread? In two ways you can do, by using extends thread class and by implements runnable interface. So I have created that instance and I have started the thread by using start method. Okay, I hope you are having this knowledge, getting that knowledge. It is having some internal implementation. Okay, now observe here, I have taken one character variable ch, that is what, capital A. Why only capital A? Because our requirement is what? Requirement is to print A and its equivalent Unicode value by thread 0. This is what the thread 0. Okay, this area represents a thread 0 area or block. Okay, now okay, so thread area and thread 0 block and main method block, that is main thread block. Okay, now the control will always come to the main thread first. Okay, that is must, guys. In all of the multi-threading applications, the control first comes to main thread only. So here I have used synchronized block, leave it. Okay, now I have to print from A to capital EZ, getting, main thread should print small capital A to capital EZ. Okay, so that's why I have taken that one within the loop. Okay, and now after printing A, okay, after printing A, the control should come to thread 0. From this area to run method, the control should come, getting, the control should come. For that I am using wait method. Wait method will release the lock of the object. Here synchronized B, what's the meaning of this one? Means the thread which executes this block should acquire the lock of that object. What is the object here? B represents which object? Base object. B represents base object. Each and every object will have only one object. I have discussed, I have intimated, I have given this knowledge to you earlier itself. Okay, observe here. Okay, so it should acquire the lock of what? Base class. Okay, now after acquiring only it is coming. Now what happens here? Immediately calling B wait. Observe, as I mean without any analysis, I'm not calling B dot wait here, getting, I'm calling with analysis B dot wait. B represents what? Base class object. So whenever base class object has been created, wait method with single argument, wait method with 2 arguments long milliseconds int nanoseconds will be available with the object. For this I have even shown the example. Please try to recap it. Okay, and now so that's why I'm calling B dot wait. Now the control will go back to this area. Now what happens here? I have declared one more character variable, that is primitive char variable. Once again I declared a synchronized block. Why I didn't write this one directly? Because notify method and wait method has to be called to enable inter-thread communication. Getting, don't write even this one directly. Go take this block. Here you want to call B dot notify. First you want to perform updation, intimation to this thread, getting, on this object, getting, on this object. Okay, so I want to call B dot notify. I cannot call notify method directly within this run method. I can call that one in any of the synchronized area, getting, within the synchronized area. That's why put one synchronized block, getting, synchronized block. Within that I'm calling what? Notify method. Now what happens? It will release a lock. It will go into the waiting state and it will wait for what? Updation or intimation. Now from here the control will come back to wait. Now there is no exception. Now it will come to B dot notify. What it is doing? It will release the lock immediately, and that is, it will not release the lock immediately, friends. Okay, it will not release the lock immediately. It will go and execute this part, getting, after a particular period of time it will release the lock, getting, but it will perform updation, getting, it will perform the updation. Within the meantime it will come and it will execute this one, getting. Now it will execute what? B, getting. Now after executing, after printing B, it will execute wait, getting. Now it will release a lock, getting. Now it will wait for updation by other thread. Now the control will come back to here like this will get execute. Even the wait method here will release the lock. That's why after performing notification, after calling wait method only, the control will come here, getting. I did mistake, I think so, earlier case. Observe, first from here the control will come, it will perform notification, later it will not even release the lock immediately, here it will release the lock, getting. Now it will be in hold state, the control will come here, it will perform some notification, it will print that one, later it will release the lock here, getting. Observe my flow, very important. Now the control will come here, it will execute this one, it will perform notification, later it will release the lock. Now the control will be starting from here onwards, okay. So if you do compile and execute this piece of code, you will get this output, okay. So now let me develop this piece of code and let me compile and execute. Please try to refer this one 2 or 3 times. At first time you will be facing trouble, later it will be very simple to you, okay. It will take just 2 minutes to write even the code of this one, okay. So here let me develop this one from starting onwards, okay. Observe here, okay. So what we have taken, one class called I have taken one class called A, which do extends what? Thread, okay. Now we have taken one class called base. Now create an instance for base class, okay. Now what is this? Base, okay. Now override the run method, okay. Now what is there within this run method, we will do later. Now here within the main method, what you are going to do, create an instance for A and start the thread. But we know at most of the cases main thread only will get the first chance to execute. So first let me maintain here one synchronized. Now pass here B, okay. Why we are passing B, we have seen even that reason, okay, getting. Now observe this part. Now within this block or else without, somewhere you just declare a primitive char equals to capital A. Now take one for loop. Within the initialization section I am not writing anything, which is optional. ch is less than equals to capital EZ, friends, okay. Now ch plus. Now here write some piece of code. What is that? System dot out dot print. What is that? Take ch and give some space. Why? Because main thread has to print what? Main thread wants to print character, right? That is capital A, capital B, like that, okay. Now later what I am doing here, call b dot wait method, and this method is throwing one checked exception. So let me surround that with what? Surround that one with try and catch blocks, okay friends. Now observe this part, okay. Now yes, done, everything has been done fine, okay. Now the control will going back to which method? Run method. Here the control will be here, okay. Now create one character variable having that is primitive character having data as what? Capital A. Now put one synchronized block, getting. It has to acquire the lock, right? So use B. This is what? Synchronized block, okay. Now here take one for loop, getting. Now within this one I am not going to take initialization section, okay. Now observe here, ch is less than equals to capital EZ, friends. Now ch plus. Now take this for loop implementation. What is that? Print. What is that? What you have to print here, friends? You have to print what? This thread 0 has to print what? It has to print a Unicode value, getting character corresponding Unicode value. So typecast that char to int. Okay, observe. So typecast that char variable to int. Okay, now yes, done. Give some space here. Okay, now observe. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now after that what I want to do, so this thread has released the lock here, getting, and it is waiting for updation or intimation. So first let me perform updation by calling b dot notify method. Okay, by calling notify method. Okay, now it will not release the lock immediately. So what I'm going to do here, I will call b dot wait method, which is throwing some checked exception. So let me surround that one with try and catch block. Okay, okay, interrupted exception. Okay, okay, now observe this part. Okay, now the control will come back to which place? This place. No exception raised as part of the try block. Now it will come to this line number 43. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now call b dot notify. It will not release the lock immediately. Now this is what? For loop. It will come once again to incremental or updation or decremental section. This is what? Now ch will be as what? 65 to what is that? 66. Now it will print that one. Now it will come to this area. It will release the lock immediately. Now what happens? From where it has released the lock? At this area. Now it will acquire the lock. Now it will come to this part. Now it will go and it will execute this one. Now it will print what? 66. Now it will perform notification. It doesn't release the lock immediately. It will enter into wait. It will call wait method and it will enter into which one? It will enter into waiting state. Okay, it will enter into waiting state, friends. Okay, now observe this part here. If I compile and execute, it will compile and it will execute the code and it will give the output in this way also. Observe here, observe here, observe here, observe this part. Now let me compile and execute this one. Okay, observe this part. What is the source file name? java.test.java. Okay, what is this? Synchronized b. We have done one mistake. What is that? At line number 25. Okay, synchronized b. Yes, I did the spelling mistake wrong. It is what? CSYN. Okay, I didn't put this one. This n was not there earlier. Okay, okay, now let me put that n. Okay, now observe. Let me compile. Okay, compiled successfully. Okay, now observe this one. Now let me run. What is the main method corresponding class name? Capital A. Getting capital A. Okay, now observe. Okay, now run this one. You will see the output. Observe here. Yes, output was there. Till z it is having. Getting till z, that is what? 90. You are having the output. Getting, you are having the output. Observe here. If you want, let me run this one once again. Okay, observe here. Output is there. Output is available to us, but we are not having convenient visual. So what I'm going to do here is, observe friends, let me put this thread to sleep for 1 second. That is main thread to sleep for 1 second. Okay, observe here. Okay, let me make this thread to sleep for 1 second by using what? Thread dot by using thread dot sleep method. If you want to make any thread sleep for a particular period of time at our Java, you have to call sleep method, which is static method at our class called thread. Okay, and as an argument pass milliseconds. Now once again call that method here also, thread dot sleep of 1000. That is what? Long literal. Okay, long literal. So now you are going to have convenient, that is proper visual output. Okay, observe here. Let me compile and execute this code once again. Okay, let me compile it. Successful. Of course I didn't put that thread dot sleep, right? Now put that thread dot sleep within this area. Okay, sleep of what? How many milliseconds? How many milliseconds? 1000 milliseconds represents 1 second. Okay, now observe, compile this one, compile successfully. Now let me run. Observe here, A 65, now B 66, C 67, like that it is like that it will print till EZ and it will give the values to us. Okay, now observe here. Okay, H72I, like that it is going to print. If you're having any doubt in this piece of code, you do one thing, friends. Okay, you just print, you just try it. Okay, at your systems, just put here current, what is that, thread dot, getting thread dot current thread. Okay, thread dot current thread, getting, and one thing, put this one as what, ln. Okay, and here also put what is that, println. Okay, observe here. Okay, println of what is that, thread dot current thread, so that you will come to know which thread is printing the value, and put get name. Okay, get name. There also put what, get name. Okay, observe here. Okay, observe here, not get name. Okay, you will get what is that, which thread is printing. Main thread will print this alphabets, and int will be printed by our thread 0. Observe here, let me compile and let me run this one. Observe here, A by main thread and 65 by thread 0, B by which, observe, one second, let me comment one sleep method, it's taking much time. Okay, observe here. Okay, now, and this 60 by 60, that numeric values by which one, by thread 0. Okay, by thread 0. This is the proof for that one. We are achieving inter-thread communication, like that. Observe. Okay, by main thread and by thread 0, getting, observe this output, getting, you are achieving what is thread communication by using wait, notify all methods. Okay, observe this part. Okay, and this is what, O friends, it is not 0. Okay, observe here, 86W, and Y, what is that, EZ 90 by thread 0, getting. So we are achieving what, inter-thread communication, getting. And observe here, observe the source code, observe here the source code. This is what printing the values to console. Did I use anywhere two things? Observe the code, guys. Okay, so this gives the proof to us we are achieving what is that, inter-thread communication. Okay, so I didn't use anywhere to print these values, some of the SOP statements, getting. We have used the exact code, getting. This is what our inter-thread communication and thread communication, which we achieve by using wait and notify all method. Instead of here notify method, you can use notify all also, no issues. Okay, both are having same meaning, but here this method will give intimation to only one thread which is waiting for updation. Observe here, you can put here, instead of notify, you can put notify all also, it will compile successfully. Observe here, let me run that one. Now let me comment this thread method. Okay, or else let me put this one just for 100. Okay, now observe here, instead of notify all also, you put. Okay, now put here notify all. Okay, now let me compile this one and let me run this one. Okay, observe here. Okay, it is printing the value. Okay, observe here, I have changed the code here, friends. Okay, I have changed the code. Okay, So this is what our wait notify all methods. If you want much about this one, please refer inter-thread communication. There I went with very good analysis things. If you are having any project requirements, definitely you are going to use this threading knowledge. Analysis skills will be helpful to you at that scenario. Okay.